Good morning, boys and girls. How's everyone today? You're doing good? That's good to hear. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about subject and predicate and how do you find these two parts within a sentence. So whenever we write a sentence, we always write in complete sentences. And every complete sentence must have a subject and a predicate. So before we get started on our examples, I'm going to tell you, we're going to learn what a subject is and what a predicate is. So the subject. The subject tells who or what the sentence is about. So whenever we're looking for the subject in a sentence, we're always going to ask ourselves, who is the sentence talking about? Our predicate. The predicate tells us what the subject does or what it is. So whenever we're looking for our predicate in a sentence, we're going to ask ourselves, what is the action that the subject is doing? What is the subject doing? So in the sentence, Mary went to the store. Mary will be our subject because Mary is who our sentence is talking about. Went to the store is going to be our predicate because that is the action that Mary is doing. Does anybody have any questions about that? No? Okay, so moving forward. Here I have 5 examples of sentences, and we're going to see if you can find the subject and the predicate in these 5 sentences. Whenever we find the subject, I'm going to underline it in a blue marker and mark it with the S for the subject. And for the predicate, we're going to underline it with the orange marker and mark it with the P. So, in our first sentence here, Sally likes to draw. What do you think our subject is?
Sally likes to draw.
Let's think about it. Who are we talking about in this sentence?
Sally.
Yes. So, therefore, Sally will be our subject because Sally is who the sentence is talking about. What is going to be our predicate?
Like to draw.
Perfect. Likes to draw because that is the action that is taking place. Sally likes to draw. Sally is going to be our subject because Sally is who the sentence is talking about. Likes to draw is going to be our predicate because that's the action that Sally is doing. So, in the next sentence, the dog barked at the neighbors. Who are we talking about in sentence 2?
The dog.
The dog. Very good. The dog. The dog is going to be our subject because the dog is who the sentence is talking about. What did the dog do?
Barked at the neighbor.
Very good, Kennedy. Barked at the neighbors. So barked at the neighbors is going to be our predicate because that is the action that the dog did. So in sentence 3, Mary picked flowers for Jamie. Now this one you're going to have to think about it a little bit because we have 2 people here. But who do you think our subject is in this sentence?
Mary and Jamie.
Mary.
Very good. Mary is going to be our subject because Mary is doing the action. Mary picked flowers for Jamie. So what is our predicate in this sentence? What did Mary do?
Pick flowers for Jamie.
Very good. Mary picked flowers for Jamie. So pick flowers for Jamie is going to be our predicate. Sentence 4. The baseball team won. Who are we talking about?
The baseball.
Good. The baseball team. And what did the baseball team do?
Won.
The baseball team won. So that's going to be our predicate. Sentence 5. Amy rides her bike to school. Who are we talking about?
Amy.
Very good. Amy is going to be our subject because Amy is who we're talking about. What did Amy do?
Rode her bike to school.
Rides her bike to school. So this is going to be our predicate. So now that you've learned that the subject tells us who the sentence is talking about and our predicate is the action that our subject is doing, you have a worksheet in front of you. I want you to finish those 5 examples and you're going to identify who the subject is and what the predicate is. If you have any questions, just raise your hand and I'll be back to help you.